everyone, my name is Alex Seymour. I'm one of the sales associates here at NextChapter. What I'm going to cover today is adding the information that is going to be going into the data merge tags. So at this point, what we've done is uploaded or from scratch create our template. We've dragged and dropped over the data merge tags to include the case and client specific information. And now what we need to do is to go actually into the case to input that information so that it populates those tags as well as generate the document itself. So I'm going to start by going into my case. Once in here, I'm going to go down to additional documents, go to the doc form fields. And this is where I'm going to choose the document that I want to have pulled over so that I have the data merge tags I need in order to fill them in. So I'm going to select Notice of Hearing. I'm going to hit Select and Close. And here are the three sections. So I did have this generated previously, so that's why it's populating in here. But a couple things to note. One is you can see that these look a little bit different than just an open text box, these two first ones. And the reason for that is because instead of doing just an open text box, what I wanted was actually a date field as well as a date and time field. So again, as you've probably seen in a previous video, there are different types of data tags that I can create, whether it's going to be a checkbox, it's going to be a radio field, or an open text box, or in this case, again, a date and time hearing. So all I'm going to do is select the date that I want to have pulled into there. We'll just go ahead and change it for the sake so that you can see what it looks like. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. And in this case, I also have the option to change the time. So we'll just change it to 5 o'clock. And then my open text box, which is going to allow me to type in the courtroom number. If I want to put courtroom in front of it, great. If I just want the number for the courtroom, I can do that as well. There are a couple of other fields that are going to be pulled in as well, but they're actually going to be up here under client profile. So with our bankruptcy cases, some of that information may reside in other areas than just the doc form fields because it's information like the client name. It could be case number. Things like that are most likely going to be under the filing information. So again, I'm going to have my case number, and from here, I know trustee and judge are also two other data merge tags I have. So again, if I ever need to change that, I'm actually going to go up here instead, and then I know the client name is another one, which is going to be under debtor profile. So a couple things just to keep in mind with bankruptcy cases, the information may reside in a couple other places, whereas in non-bankruptcy, all of the data tags that I need to fill out are going to be in the under additional documents in the doc form fields. And I also can do additional documents as well. So if I need to add additional documents that I want to have pulled, I would just do the exact same steps and select that. And if there are the same exact data tags, like let's say hearing date is another data tag, that is in another form, it's going to populate once so that I don't have to keep changing that. So things like pronouns where I just want to put in the information once and have it go everywhere in all the documents that I'm pulling, not just the one that I have in here, it's only going to show up once, and that just helps streamline the process a little bit more. I'm going to go to Doc Creator, and this is where I'm actually going to go to generate the document. So you can see here, as I mentioned, I've already done it, but I'll just show you the steps anyway so that you can see. So again, I would select Notice of Hearing, hit Create Document, and then that will go ahead and populate it. So just to show you what it looks like, I'm going to open my document, and I'm going to show you the actual document itself with that information pulled in. So you can see here, there's a couple of areas. Like I said, it's pulling in that information. Couple things I can do from here is export it. So I can either export it and save it to my desktop or a file folder, or I can save it to the client document storage. And some of you may be familiar with that, but the client document storage is, think of it like a Google folder, shared folder, or a file folder that sits on your desktop. It's where I'm going to keep all the relevant documents for this particular client's case. So I can either save it there and have it reside in my NextChapter case, or I can download a copy of it as well. A couple other things to note is I can actually make edits directly in here as well. So the template, think of that as your standard, the one we're creating under the account settings. Those templates are going to be your set standard for any time I need to create or generate this document for any of my cases. But if maybe I need to do something specific for this particular case, I can actually format or change the information or formatting directly for this particular client's case if needed in here as well. So just something to be aware of. So if I make any edits, I'm just going to make the edits, hit save, and then it will save whatever changes I've made directly to this document for Jennifer Lopez's case. All right, so now that I have it in here, again, if I ever need to make any changes to it, I can always hit edit, I can rename it, I can duplicate the document, or I can delete it. Whatever the case may be, I can always do that here. So just always things to keep in mind if I ever need to make any changes. But that covers just about all of it. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of this, and always feel free to reach out to us if you ever have any questions. Thanks so much.